Hello and welcome to episode 16 of the award-winning, yes, you heard that right, award-winning FUTBIN podcast. Shout out the Sports Creator Awards. Last week we were there picking up the award for Best Esports Organisation. So you are listening to the best in the business. Could have said that before, but it's official now. Myself, Richard Buckley, alongside a semi-permanent guest, I want to say, in Kieran. Matt, unfortunately, can't be with us this afternoon, but Kieran is stepping into the shoes. How are we, sir?
I'm feeling pretty good. It's really unfortunate Matt can't be here. Not because you guys have got to deal with me, but because he actually has the physical award that we received last week. So we don't have anything to show off, but hopefully when Matt returns next week, we'll get to obviously show off that reward. And it was also really nice to meet you in person last week as well, Rich.
It certainly was. We had a great time over in Leeds. And another very special guest joining us, two-time now on the pod, FUTBIN's own, Bateson. Welcome back. How are we?
Hi, yeah, we're good. Apart from football. We don't talk about football.
We will.
Only FC. We want to talk about FC.
We will be getting on to, hopefully, a little bit of Liverpool chat later on in the episode. Let me tell you what's coming up on today's pod. We're going to be talking all things packs and icons. That's going to be coming up very shortly indeed, because there was a quite seismic event that happened at 6 p.m. last night on the 26th of November. It will go down in history, I'm sure of it. We were talking all things season pass. That just released earlier on today. Is it as good as face value? Is it worth picking up the premium pass? And what are our thoughts and feelings towards that? Everything FC Pro Open. There was the recent event that took place with the live items. All the players seem to be falling in prices. We're going to be giving, there we go, a very little preview of Group C and D coming up over the next 2 weeks. And also, all things Black Friday. And speaking of Black Friday, I hear you ask, there's a sale going on right now over on the FUTBIN merch site. You can pick up a hoodie like Kieran is sampling right now, and also a brand new hat that can be styled just like this. Maybe not over a headset, but if you want to go on over and check that, you can right now. You go and get all your FUTBIN merch, 20% off all weekend on Black Friday, starting on Friday. There will be a discount code as well. I believe it's Black20 if you want 20% off all weekend. And if you are picking up some merch and you're rocking the FUTBIN merch, why don't you play some FC as well? We have teamed up with some very, very special people to give you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Check this out. FUTBIN have teamed up with PlayStation Tournaments to bring you the UEFA Champions League Challenge this upcoming week. It's an exclusive EA Sports FC 26 tournament on PlayStation 5 with tickets to the Champions League Final available to the winner. It's free to enter, it's global, and there are loads of prizes to be won. Open qualifiers are open now and will run across 2 different phases. The first from the 24th to the 30th of November, and the second from the 8th to the 14th of December. Tournaments are running multiple times a day, so you can pick your own time, pick up the pad, and play whenever you like. And it's for all skill levels available, not just the pros. And if you finish top, you will qualify for the closed finals. From there, the best players will move to an on-site final, taking place at the E-Champions League stage, with tickets to the UEFA Champions League Final awarded to the winners. Prizes throughout the tournament include UEFA Champions League Final tickets in Budapest, with on-site accommodation and travel included. Cash prizes and also in-game currency and rewards. To take part, all you need is a PS5, EA Sports FC 26, an active PlayStation Plus membership, and to be 18 or over. To get started, fire up your PS5 and load EA Sports FC 26. On the main menu, hit the PlayStation Tournaments tab. Then select the UEFA Champions League Challenge. Simply pick a tournament time that suits you and register. You'll then get a notification on your console when it's time to play. Very best of luck, and we hope to see you very soon. Well, there you have it. Let us know if you are getting involved, and very best of luck in the tournaments. But let's kick off where we need to. Packs, icons. It all kicked off last night, Bates. I know you were on the game at 6 p.m. and you you got to experience one of those, I'm going to say mishaps, but it might not have been a mishap. We don't know if it was. Basically, there was a pack that came out. I believe it was 100 players, all rare, untradeable. 200k, I think it was, 250k coin value.
Yeah, it was pretty expensive.
FC points was, I think, 1,500, 2,000, that sort of ballpark. And usually when a pack like this comes out, nothing too surprising about it. However, when you clicked R3 and went into the pack odds, to get an FC Pro live item, it was 25%. Heroes and icons in this pack were 33%. Every 1 in 3, typically, you're going to get an icon or a hero, or in a lot of cases, more than one in a pack. Bates, I know you opened a lot. Firstly, how was the pack for you? I know you took advantage of it, but also, how and why did this happen?
So I don't know whether it was a mistake. I think they meant to release it, definitely, because it was technically the Kickstarter Black Friday yesterday. Then obviously it starts better today and then gets even better tomorrow. I don't, the odds, 33%, we've never seen it before. Even though it's an icon, the top tier ones weren't getting pulled as much as I believe. I know I got 15 icons. I'll probably say I've got a fantastic midfield now with Toni Kroos, with Vieira, but attacker-wise, the only one I got was Michael Owen. Now, I do know there was people out there getting R9s. I do know there's people out there getting Cruyffs. I think Ozio, he got himself a Carlos Alberto. So, is it going to change the way the game is? With Thunderstruck coming out now and the new players coming out, I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. And there wasn't that many packs available.
So that's one thing we have to tell you. It was a lightning round. It wasn't a global limit of 2 per player. It was a complete lightning round. Kieran, you've been around the block a lot with FIFA and FC. You've seen accidents and mishaps. Do you think this was intentional, or do you think it seems like a great tool to get everyone hyped for Black Friday?
Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that we're talking about it right now is pretty much what they wanted, right? It's a really shrewd marketing move, is what I would describe it as. I also think we're at a point in the game now where we kind of know what's coming up, and we get so many iterations of icons and heroes throughout the cycle. Putting a base icon into packs isn't actually going to harm too much, and if anything, it's going to incentivize people to obviously buy the pack, which it has. It's also going to get people talking. So I think with that in mind, it is just a very, very clever marketing move from EA. And there's one thing you can't knock EA for, and it's their marketing. You can criticize gameplay at times, but the marketing has always been pretty good. They know how to obviously sell.
There was a period of time, obviously, I think it was 2 years ago, Bates, I'm sure you can remember, the hero pack that came out, 25k. It was a tradable hero. It doesn't feel that seismic, because that absolutely ruined the market for weeks, and probably the entire year, being completely honest. This felt, because it was a lightning round, it was contained almost. If you weren't on, you missed out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you opened how many last night?
Probably around 30. Yeah.
And what, 15 icons?
Yeah, one duplicate Casillas. The thing with lightning rounds is them packs would have gone regardless of what was in it. Yeah. Even if it was just 100 gold rare players, they would have gone. PlayStation sold out really, really quickly, and I'm on Xbox, so I had a little bit longer. But even then, they were going down very, very fast. So it wouldn't have made that much difference. And I don't think it's affected the icon market as much as people think. It's just probably give the people who do spend the FC points, or if they were risky and spent the coins, gives them a chance to get some superior icons in the team compared to what they've had in the past 2 months.
And I was looking at sort of the quick hit almost. I think icons dropped probably 100k, 150k for some of those big ones that were coming out in packs. But as you said, Pele, R9, Maradona, Maldini, like a lot of the top tier icons didn't really get picked up. You said you opened 30. Who was sort of the best player that you picked up there? Like, was it worth it in the grand scheme of things for you if you retrospectively look back?
Not really. No, I'm not really going to get many players. It's nice to get icons.
Yeah.
I get to use some of the new ones, but the main one I got was Patrick Vieira, which is probably the only one I got over 1 million coins. Will he start in my team? Yeah. Will he be in my team for long? Probably not, because Thunderstruck's probably going to throw some better centre mids and DMs out there for a lot cheaper. But it is nice to have them in the club. But I can't really do anything else with them. And yeah, same with everyone else. Evo potential, basically.
Evo potential on icons in November. It's how the other side live, I suppose. Let us know what you got, by the way. If you did open that pack down below, I think I saw Danny Aarons with an R9 that he picked up. I saw a few Ronaldinho's, but if you did get lucky, let us know down below in the comments. I know you talked about marketing, Kieran. Why are they so protective over icons? Do you think this is why it was such a big thing? Because the percentage of 33% of an icon, I've opened some of the biggest packs that have ever come out on the game, and you're not getting those percentages. You might get 10%. I think, we get 500k packs at Team of the Year, and you get like a 3%, and we go wild and open 6 of them. Like, why was it that this just caught fire?
I think icons, and obviously previously mentioned as previously called legends, have always just had prestige because they are meant to be the best cards. Obviously, in the last few years where we've had so many more promos added into the game, they're not as special. And I'm going to end up getting nostalgic here, but I'm sure Bates will appreciate back when legends and stuff first came into the game, they were so special. They were so rare. They were so special. Even the low-rated ones. I'm sure both of you remember Legend Valderrama, I think Alexi Lalas, these kind of players, they were super low rated, but it was still really, really special to get these guys. And I think for a lot of players, whether it's a low level icon or legend, packing them still has a lot of prestige, and thus it just always makes it attractive to open a pack or do an SBC, which obviously gives out any form of icon.
Speaking of icons, by the way, last thing on this, your pre-order icons, I think it will be the end up to the 30th of November, I'm pretty sure, the upgrade period on them. We should be seeing the pre-order icons getting upgraded very, very soon. Maybe today, as of recording, but it'll be at least until, I think the original wording was the 30th will be the last day, almost, that they've got to upgrade them. But if you do still use if you got lucky with a Zlatan or an R9 or a Chiellini, I know a lot of people got in the pre-order, Oliver Kahn, if you do have those pre-order icons still in the team, they should be getting upgraded very, very soon. Just a quick PSA there for everyone who is out there, I know, wanting to look at their icons. Let's have a look at this season pass then. This feels the next big thing almost. We've been going through the years of World Cups. We started at 66, 70. We're going to 82 now. First impressions, Bates, on the season pass?
I don't mind it. It gives obscure players, which you never know when they're going to come in useful. I know there was objectives last season where you needed quite a few Mexican players. So the only place where people had Mexican players was from the season pass itself, whereas this one's Spain themed. Now everyone's got Pina, everyone's got Patrick Gujarro, etc. So I think it'll be a lot easier. A lot of non-Ultimate Team based stuff, but obviously there's lots of players who don't just play Ultimate Team, they play club, so for them it might be quite useful. And like you touched on earlier, not much of the pace evolutions given.
That's the big one, isn't it? The lack of I'm not going to say worthwhile Evos in it, but the lack of Evos that will change the team. I'm just going to very quickly scroll through. I think for the players, that's the big one that people look at, the milestone sort of players in the season pass. We've got 27 days on this, so as of recording, I think this expires on Christmas Day. If you want to get your XP in, get it in early, because we don't want to be grinding Christmas Eve night into Christmas Day.
I don't know, that sounds amazing, to be fair, Rich. Imagine sat there grinding Christmas Eve.
2 a.m. playing managerial career mode, trying to get your XP up. We've got Sarigi as one of the players, Thunderstruck striker. I think good, but not great. Gaia, I know people like the look of this item. I think it's okay, but it's nothing that's sort of going to blow your socks off, really. And I think that's the sort of theme throughout this. At level 15, with Raquelme and also Willie Nonto. Again, good, but not great. Just going to very quickly speed through this. There is the Evos there. This one was one that I liked, the cam roll upgrade Evo. I think being able to sort of customize where we want. Ayozo Perez, always a pretty good player. I think a couple of years ago he had a really, really good item. This one, the World Tour version of him, good stats, but by the time you get to level 25, we're probably looking early to mid-December. Is he going to get in a team? I think that's the questions that you probably need to ask yourself. Luca, another low-driven plus player. A doggy. We seem to have a plethora of left-backs that have been available in SBCs. I don't think this doggy is probably better than Jordi Alba that released as the SBC even a few weeks ago now.
Could I go back to Luca, by the way? There's something not mentioned. He is 6'7".
He is.
He is massive. So for you guys which like them obscure players, which I don't know if he's got Enforcer. Has he got Enforcer on there?
He's got Enforcer and Precision Header.
Oh, yeah. So I reckon he's going to be one of the he's one of the better ones, which I'm liking the look of, especially for a striker, even like the tall, beastly ones. I reckon he's going to definitely do the business.
I mean, I like it. Well, does it feel level 30? Does it feel? I don't know. I suppose it's always difficult, and that's why I want to ask you. I want to skip to the end here for the premium rewards. You've got Barella from the free season pass, Inside C Plus, a good centre mid. Not saying he's bad at all. Great overall stats, good play styles, pinged, long ball, intercept, jockey, or you can take the pack of 1 of 585 rare gold player pack, and Zola, which was sort of the big one, the premium season reward. By the time you get this, we're probably looking, if it ends on Christmas Day, you're probably looking anywhere between the 15th and the 21st, 22nd for the average player. If this is the reward, Kieran, for completing 40,000 worth of XP, is it worthwhile? That's the question.
I guess it kind of depends on the kind of player you are. I mean, for someone like me who hammers this game probably more than the average person, I open a lot of packs and stuff, this Soul is not going to make my team. But for those who, do like the whole Road to Glory grind, there is still, potential and obviously some value in some of these players. I think it'll all depend on what kind of promo we see throughout December.
Well, this is Winter Wildcard, right? This is a Winter Wildcard player, which would assume that they're estimating probably by the time that you're getting this, Winter Wildcard will be here or soon to be here. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, finesse shot plus, great play style plus to have. Probably lacking incisive for me personally. I think that is arguably the most important play style on the game right now in the current meta. So I probably wouldn't play him Cam. The thing that a lot of people are saying, Bateson, on social media when they're looking at this season pass is there is finesse playstyles in the Evos that you can put on your own players that sort of make this item just another player in the game, not special, if that makes sense. Do we agree with that?
Is unique. If you're a collector and the only place you're going to be able to get him is from the season pass itself, so it can be used as one of them show-off tokens of, I've got a premium season pass. I think, and I realised that today when I was doing the Italian objectives myself, the lack of Italian players that I have in either of my clubs. So this season pass, especially for the Italians, they'll be loving this one. The Barella is the number 1 ranked on FUTBIN for box to box as well by a mile.
And deep line playmaker.
I was looking at him. So for now, he looks the better of the two. But then again, you know what happens when you get towards the end of a season pass. There's already players which are better, like Rodrigo last season.
Well, he's got mid-December stats for a November time of year, right?
Yeah,
that's sort of how we look towards it. The couple of evils that I do want to point out behind sort of the paywall, shall we say, there's a Low-Driven Plus Evo, which is in the Premium Pass. We've got a couple of these nice packs if you're saving packs for Team of the Year or things like that, like specific nation packs. This one's Spain and Italy. There is packs there. I just don't... the question that I'm going to ask, and I'm sure a lot of people at home are asking, is it worth it? Is this worth it? Does it depend on what player you are, Kieran, or is it just a blanket yes or no?
No, I think it definitely depends on the kind of player you are. The packs, I just want to have a comment on as well, because given that some of them are attached to nations, I don't know if it was last FC or the one before when Hakimi was in Team of the Year, but there were some packs or some SBCs that gave out like a Moroccan specific player, and because of that, I hope I'm remembering this rightly, it was either Morocco and some other countries or just Morocco, and so many people were just getting a free Team of the Year Hakimi out of it. So anytime there's like nation or league specific packs, I kind of do like to keep them for big promos. So if there's a bunch of them in this season pass, it might be worth keeping a few of them if you think a certain player is obviously going to be in a big promo like Team of the Year.
I just want to sort of have a little scroll down as well, because we do have the comments on FUTBIN. A lot of people were very positive about this. It's actually a good and worth the grind season. Bravo, EA. This is kind of fire. Like, people are saying, this is good. Like, this is a good season pass. And I think the general consensus of people was, especially online, this is positive. I didn't complete the season pass last season. I don't think Rodrigo was that worthwhile of a reward. And I don't think he would have particularly gone into my team. What do we think to the price point of these season passes, Bateson? Do we think they should be adjusted depending on where we are in the cycle? For example, the further we get in the year, should a season pass be cheaper at the start of the year when it is a premium season pass? Kobe Mainoo went into a lot of teams because he had a Playstyle Plus, a centre mid or a CDM. That felt premium.
I like the fact that we know how much it's going to be, rather than waking up on a Thursday morning and being hit with like, oh, this one's 1 million coins. Like, where are we going to get that from? I also do understand that some of the value that you would put on that season pass. Like, how much would you say that season pass, which you've just gone through now, is worth, in your opinion?
Probably 300k. Because I think if that Zola released on the market, I don't see him being 500k.
Even a Zola.
Yeah.
And a Barella.
I mean, I just think the general market at the moment is low.
Yeah, that's probably why it's in a lot of people's heads about the pricing of it. Also, I must point out, guys, Barella's free. You just
absolutely.
So it is like looking at a few of the big ones, but it's like whether you want to get unique players. Like, I think there's enough in there. Like, I'm on a road to glory, and I've been one of them freaky people which hasn't splurged my FC points on any packs or any evolutions yet, and I purely allocated the FC points for 5 season passes. We got the first one free. I've used 2 of them already, and today I bought the 3rd one. So for me, regardless of what I get in the packs, I know the players that I'm going to get from it will help me with the better grinding down the line.
I also think as well, I don't think EA, Kieran, have got the season pass right across the board. Like, it doesn't feel, when you look at season pass in other games, I always feel like we're missing something. And I don't know if that's, I mean, I said it before we started recording. I was speaking to producer Dan. I'd love to be able to buy myself further up the season pass. If I could say I unlock all 40 levels, but I'll pay, I don't know, 2,000 FC points for the normal one, 5,000 FC points, and I complete the season pass, I'd probably just do it now, and I'd unlock it all and not grind the grind. Like, I want to, if I could play now with Zola, I would play now with Zola. By the 20th, 21st of December, Zola might not get my team.
No, that's a pretty interesting point. I also wouldn't mind it if I could just accelerate to the end of it. I guess, again, and I know I've said it numerous times throughout this pod now, and it's probably getting a bit repetitive, it does depend on the kind of player you are. Like, do you, like, because not every player has the time to actually play through these season passes. But the other thing that I was just thinking of when you guys were discussing it was, obviously, this year, part of the pre-order bonus was FC points that were going to come out gradually.
Yep. So
I get the sense that once those kind of bonuses have kind of expired and we're past this pre-order bonus phase, because obviously we're still waiting for the icon and such, once we're out of that, are we going to see much better season passes?
It just instantly has like an unbelievable icon at the end of it.
That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. That's what I'm predicting.
1 million coins to buy it.
Well, the problem we have now is the lack of coins that people are earning. I did the comparison last week, I think, between my Road to Glory this year and my Road to Glory last year. Even though the team on this year was looking a bit better, I was also 2.5 million coins liquid last year, whereas this year I'm only 500k. Well, only 500k, but that's the price of a season pass.
How do you get around that though, Bates? Because I know that's a conversation, and I want your opinion on it.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying, make rewards better. Make rewards better. It doesn't feel as simple as that though. It feels like, not to sort of take a phrase, and I don't like talking about real life, but we just had a rather large thing happen in the UK yesterday with the government and trying to invest lots of money into the economy. It feels like we need a boost of something in the Ultimate Team economy to get prices going up again.
Well, I just want to, so I always use the coins not to buy players. I don't think many people buy players unless it's for the SBCs, but more like having just a kitty of fun tokens. Like a lot of SBCs have come out. I want to sink some of my coins into them SBCs, but even now I'm sat there double checking whether is it worth doing it? Is it going to fit? Do I want to take a risk on a base hero player, pick one of two and waste 100,000 coins, or do I just want to sit liquid and stick with the same team, which is the play at the moment? It's quite boring.
It's a double-edged sword when you look at it, because you put on, say for example, Kieran, you put on points, you buy packs, you get tradable players, but then the tradable players don't sell for anything. So then you're stuck in this loop of, well, there's no point in me buying tradable packs, I might as well buy untradable packs to get untradable players to complete SBCs. A lot of people's players and coins go into SBCs, and then you get players, if you're doing gamble SBCs, that don't go into your team, and then you're stuck in this loop where it feels quite monotonous for a lot of people, and people are sort of turning away at the moment. I know we always have that period now between sort of Black Friday, Team of the Year, where other games come out, people go and sort of enjoy the Christmas period, but there has to be some sort of injection of coins somewhere for people to be able to get that coin total up.
Yeah. Well, there's also the fact of the past. I guess we've kind of got used to it now, and it's obviously something that we've all seen it happen over the past few years. Most special packs now, I wanted to say 90-odd%, but I don't want to give an incorrect stat, but most special packs and promo packs we see now are untradable only.
Yeah.
And some of these are like really big packs, which would inject a lot of coins into people's accounts. It'd inject just a lot of coins across the whole economy, because not only are you able to sell them and make coins for yourself, but even the amount of quick sells you'd be able to do from these giant packs would be huge, especially these 100-player packs, because at minimum, like, I can't do the math off the top of my head, but that's quite a few coins, even if you discard like 100 rare players, right?
Yeah.
So the whole market is just missing coins, and it's probably one for one of our trader guests to maybe delve into a little bit deeper rather than me. But there's just no coins, and I'm similar to Bates, where I only spend coins now when I want to complete an SBC. If I don't have enough players in my club, I'll buy it. Or if there's like a hero SBC, again, I'll buy the players for it. Other than that, I don't buy players off the market. And I get the feeling a lot of the player base, especially the hardcore players, have a similar mindset to that now.
It's always the point where I'm playing champs and I'll look, for example, if my opponent scored a goal, you always see that first owner. Everyone's first owner. Nobody's really... That used to be like quite a niche thing, like I'm doing a first owner road to glory, or I'm only going to use first owner players. I would say probably 60-70% of people play with first owner players just because they don't trust themselves and trust the market in which they're willing to spend coins. Let's talk about SBCs, because as always, it's everyone's favourite time of the week. It's time for Hot or Not. It is very cold in the UK at the moment, so we need spicing up a little bit. And we've got 5 SBCs. We have got Bateson in the hot seat, and all he has to do is tell us, should you complete the SBC or not? We're going to start with a big player. He's Arsenal's third-string striker. He is Victor Gyökeres flashback. He is coming in at 320k. Playstyle plus change from Enforcer to Rapid plus. Should he be completed?
No. It is a swift not. If he was 100k, maybe you would think about doing it. He is there for a long period of time, so maybe he have left it there for people to put SBC fodder into over time. But his base card's 87. I honestly prefer the Enforcer Playstyle Plus compared to the Rapid on him. Gonna throw in that niche comment. Evo potential. But yeah,
It's 300k for some evil potential
Yeah.
Jokeres. Up next, we've got something that only came out yesterday as of recording. The brand new base hero upgrade coming in at just over 50k. It's any hero for a base hero upgrade. Is it worth taking a punt on?
No. It's a place which is going to eat up your 84 and 85 rated players and a 1 in form each time as well. With looking at the hero market and ratings as well now, they're not no one wants them. Evo potential. That's it. But yeah, it's a swift avoid for me as well.
Up next, we're going with Kristen Press, the striker, 60k, NWSL.
Hot. And the reason I'm going to say that is the icon chemistry she gets. She's got a few good link players to her and could even get some more. And as well, the NWSL, sorry, the American Women's League, they are off season now as well. So the only way that they're going to be getting special cards is via EA selected promos. So yeah, definitely worth keeping out.
And there's always a few good players that come out
Yeah.
throughout this time, and especially with the meta at the moment, I think it's worth doing. 2 days left on that item, so if you want to do it, get in there now. Up next, Miedema Flashback, 65k.
I would say not, but I know my stream would shout at me. So for that, I will say hot. And the reason being, a lot of people are comparing her to Claudia Pina, a taller version of Claudia Pina with links to, obviously, the Barclays Women's Super League.
Yep.
So she is very good. I have not used her, but you can't really go wrong with a cheap player. I'd say it's cheap, 65k. How many days left on that, Rich?
I believe there's a few, but I'm sure producer Dan will tell me after we finish.
Yeah.
And finally, the last player, the cheapest player in Hot or Not, Gabriel Silva World Tour, 97 pace. 15k is coming in, it's complete.
You may as well. I would say hot, but I'd also say not as well. I'm personally not going to do him on my road to glory, even though he is 15k. I checked out the FUTBIN rating, didn't look at that advertising. I don't think he's going to be a player that I would use in the future for anything. But if you do like the obscure players, like you do if you like the players in the season pass, then he's definitely worth the pick up. And if you've got a spare bit of fodder, there's only an 83 rated team, I believe, as well. So you may as well.
There you go. 2.5 completes this week, 2.5 hots, 2.5 knots. Miedema has got 2 days left, by the way, for anyone who wanting to complete. Should we move on to a little bit of Black Friday? Other SBCs throughout the week, I don't think there was a lot to really rave home about. We're towards the end of the month. We're going to wait for Player of the Month for this month, for sort of the previous month. The vote was up especially for the Premier League Player of the Month. I had it up, but I've just closed it. There was a couple of decent players in there. I'm pretty sure Haaland were in there again for November, which felt slightly... it's not something we necessarily need, another Haaland Player of the Month vote. We'll wait and see. I think the Player of the Month at the moment, it's in a really tough position. We did have Pina that was sort of up for Liga F Player of the Month. And this is where I was going, because this feels potentially quite seismic, Kieran. She is the player on the game right now. When you've got a player that's so good, but he's so cheap, how on earth do you price an SBC?
Well, I guess it just all comes down to what kind of upgrades that they want to give. If EA are realising she's as game-breaking as most of the community are, they can't boost her that much. They have to be careful with what play styles they give, etc. Otherwise, there's a real problem on our hands, especially if it's obviously affordable. But I think it'll be really tricky to do any of these SBCs at this point anyway for EA, because to Bateson's point, because it's Black Friday, there's going to be so many packs. There's going to be, I'd imagine we'll get some free stuff as well. There'll be stuff that we can grind. A lot of people are going to have fodder. So all the SBC prices which we are seeing currently are actually going to be a bit cheaper in, well, I'd imagine the next 48, 72 hours. So I think after this weekend, a lot of people are going to have a lot of fodder in their clubs. to do these SBCs. So they might have to make it expensive if they give, the right boosts. And again, I'm a bit scared of what playstyles they're going to give. Or one more thing, could they do what they've done with some SBCs and remove some playstyles and swap them?
I was going to say, do you just take Low Driven off this playstyle, Bateson, and give her Finesse Shot Plus, for example?
Well, then everyone will spend 500k to the season pass to put it back on her. But I think it'll be a minimal boost. I think you'd have to remove like 5 playstyles from Claudia Pina to make her even make her even more harder to use than she already is. She has the perfect combinations with the silver playstyles as well as the playstyle plus with the Low Driven. I think people will have her. I think it's going to be one of them things where if she wins it, EA can't really make it stupidly expensive, and it just depends how she got the goals. I can only see a playstyle plus change. That's it, but I don't think that'll make much difference.
The interesting thing is, obviously, she has the Cornerstones promo, which was an item was comfortably over 1 million coins. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. For a decent period of time. Right now, it's coming in at like 850k. That didn't have a playstyle plus change. That was Low Driven to Low Driven. The gold version of Pina is 8,000 coins. The actual stat increase was very, very minimal on the upgraded version. A couple of pace points, a couple of shooting. I would estimate probably 150k. I think for this Player of the Month, if it is to be Pina, that sort of feels right in that ballpark because it will be an autocomplete, but I don't think the stat increase is going to be that much better than the regular. So people are going to look at it at face value and go, it's not worth it. I think that's how they try and get around it. And it also depends what else releases. If there's another crazy SBC that comes out on the same day, people might want to look elsewhere. Speaking of what's coming up, let's jump in to some Black Friday action. This is I've gone the official route on this one because I wanted to get everything right. I didn't want to be misquoted. So this is obviously from EA themselves. Let me put a little bit of zoom on what's coming up for Black Friday. Obviously, we're going to get Thunderstruck. I think that's to be expected. That's already been announced. These items are going to be upgradable throughout the 28th of November. That's when it's going to track from. Wins or draws 2 matches in the next 5 domestic league matches. You get 1 base playstyle. Wins or draws 3 matches in the next 5. All raw plus pluses in all positions. That feels big, I'll be honest, for items. And scores 10 goals for the team, for the club, in the next 5 domestic league matches, plus 1 playstyle plus, max of 1, or a base playstyle. Bates, I'll come to you first. What do we think of the upgrade path for the Thunderstruck items? It's all club related, not individual performance.
Absolutely brilliant. I do like the way Thunderstruck works. Not all of them end up getting upgrades. Let's hope there's no Liverpool players as well, because that will be just released and finished with no upgrades. But yeah, it's a lot of people don't realise that Thunderstruck is a live promo. So you're getting a Brucey bonus if you have it. You saved all them packs, you get 1 or 2. You never know, they might get boosted up nicely in the club.
I mean, even Kieran, I know you obviously follow a lot of Ultimate Team, ingrained well and truly within the community, but you also watch a lot of your football club as well. 5 domestic league matches is quite a long period of time. That will probably take you, I mean, there's no international break, but with the fixture congestion, you're probably looking, 5 domestic league games? Maybe January for the last game there?
There is a lot of fixtures in December obviously, it depends on your league. But for Premier League fixtures, there obviously is a ton. As an Arsenal fan, I'm obviously hoping there'll be an Arsenal player in this promo. And the way we're playing, I'm hopeful that, we'll see all of these upgrades ticked off. That could come back to haunt me. But hopefully that happens. But I always like these promos that are attached to real life. It just gives me like an extra reason to check what kind of players I've got. It gives me an extra reason to think about whether I should do an SBC or not. But I'm pretty excited for this one, to be honest.
So I've just been told, producer Dan, he's on it today. The last weekend before Christmas, it's for the 5th game in the Premier League.
Ooh.
Another quick thing as well, if you're wondering about the release pattern of these players, they're releasing 3 stages. The main team and icons joining Ultimate Team on Friday, and then we're going to get more players released later that day, and then again on the 30th. So we're almost going to get 3 different launches of players coming out, which I think usually a little bit different. Usually we get players and then icons maybe a day later, but we're just getting everything over sort of 3 days. There's going to be throwbacks to previous Ultimate Team campaigns released into packs, so sort of the best of. That's what we usually get. Flash events, new for this year, kicking off on the 27th, which is today. I think they're already underway as of recording. There will be events taking place where you can, I imagine, earn rewards coming up. The one that really sort of strikes me, obviously there's always going to be challenges available, daily logins, etc., is this bit right here. Obviously there's going to be SBCs. There's going to be big SBCs. We can expect that. Flash SBCs featuring World Tour players. That's the orange design of the item, not the man of the match, but for example, Barella, the World Tour. MLS-themed Showdown SBCs, specifically, and Thunderstruck icons, and more. First icon SBCs of the year, Bateson, it seems like.
Yeah, maybe that's why the pack they released yesterday was not a mistake, because they're going to try and push us towards new. Because it's at that stage now where we've been on that steady line all the way throughout, and now, as we were promised, it's time to go up. And I think hopefully it's a good choice, because there's a lot of mediocre icons which can be given Thunderstruck versions, but it will all depend on who it is and who it's linked to.
And the final thing that's worth pointing out here for people who are going to be partaking over Black Friday and all the content, these Evos seem insane. I'm just going to throw it out there. 6 new Flash Evos entering Ultimate Team. Each Evo runs for 4 days, tagging a specific base stat each time: pace, passing, shooting, defending, dribbling, and physical, offering a +2 overall upgrade. Obviously, we don't know the cap requirements on these, but if these are quite lenient, Kieran, there could be some real big Evo potential.
Yeah, I mean, even just like reading through it, it kind of reminds me of what we got last year at Team of the Year. I don't know if my memory's serving me correct, but I think it was just centre-backs, and I think most people did Gabriel, so another one for the Arsenal fans. But that's kind of where my mind heads to when I hear this kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm just interested just to know what kind of, if there's a positional limit or, as you mentioned, some kind of rating cap. But yeah, again, something to look forward to, especially for the Evo grinders. And I know producer Dan will be pretty excited for that specifically.
I want to ask just for you, Bateson, as well. Obviously, you're known a bit of as you partake in PAX and Black Friday. What's sort of your schedule? What's your schedule for the weekend, shall I say? I know you've done 24-hour streams in the past, I think, over Black Friday. Is that coming up? Like, how are we going to take Black Friday on this year?
So the reason I used to do 24-hour streams back in the day on Black Friday is because EA used to release something every hour for the whole of the weekend, whereas EA have taken a step back from that and realised that my health was slightly important, so didn't want me to doing them streams. But yeah, literally that office door behind me is getting locked. I'm going to be doing as much as I can. going to have like 700,000 FC points. This is the first time that I will actually go ham on packs, even though I sort of did yesterday. But it's going to be lightning rounds all the time and trying to get the coins and set up ready content for the rest of the season.
Do you like the way that EA do Black Friday? Because it's ingrained that this is like what happens now. But I know for a lot of people, they can't necessarily engage with it.
I prefer it the way it is now compared to how it was. Back in the day, we never used to have Thunderstruck. Having Thunderstruck run alongside Black Friday, it makes it 10 times better. I know if you ask a lot of people the favourite promotion throughout the year, even the people who don't buy FC points and don't buy packs, they'll always say that this one's up there because it's the first time you see a massive change in the game. I am hoping with how bad the gameplay is at the moment that it doesn't affect the casual player coming back onto the game and having to play around, because there is a potential that they're going to miss out on like a team change in Evolution or that team change in pack that they might get from Objective and hit a fantastic Thunderstruck.
Well, this was it, wasn't it, Kieran? The original pitch notes at the start of the year, they said Black Friday will be one of the tentpole events. It feels like everything's leading towards a load of content and a load of information being dropped. They've set themselves up, really. Like, this has to deliver.
Yeah, I mean, it should be, a really busy weekend. I'm sure Dan, who is not just producer Dan, but just to pull back the curtain a little bit, he might be FUTBIN admin. He's going to have a really busy weekend, similar to Bates when he used to be doing 24-hour stream shifts. Dan may or may not be doing something similar this weekend, but yeah, expecting a lot. And again, throwing back to my comment earlier, there should be a bunch for players who are going to spend a lot on packs, but there also should be a bunch of SBCs, challenges and stuff for people who don't want to spend as well. So as I mentioned before, I think a lot of players are about to come onto the market. There is going to be an injection of coins, and we're going to see a really interesting market this weekend. So I'm pretty keen to see what the price points of some of these players are. As I said, I'm very hopeful there's going to be an Arsenal player in the Thunderstruck promo. So hopefully I can get hold of him as well, because I think I'm going to end up partaking in some of these packs too.
We all do. Before we move on to talking about Liverpool and Bateson's thoughts and feelings.
Sorry, nearly done, guys. I'll be a few minutes.
I just want to have a quick look at the FC Pro Live items. Obviously, we had groups A and B that took place over the last week. I was there for Monday's session with Anders Vergang, where he got 15 points out of 15. If you've invested in any of these players, I apologise. I'm sorry for your loss, because nearly all of them tanked in price. Group C will be taking place next week. I would usually give a little bit of financial advice on who I go for. I'm not going to, because I'm not going to be responsible for people losing coins. All I would say is there's some very, very good players taking place in Group C, including Garnacho and Nicholas. If you're in on Garnacho, sell before probably they even kick off. Darwin Núñez peaked, I think, at like 250k. I know Ryan Pessoa, who I was on the show with, he had like 10 Darwin Núñez. He sold them all. As soon as Anders kicked off, he started dropping, and he's still dropping now. 85k for this Darwin Núñez. But he did get 3 points. He did get 10 points. He got 15 points out of 15 available. So he will be getting these upgrades. He's more than likely going to qualify through. So by the time this Darwin does get upgraded, I think the qualifier is January, it could be a very good item. However, if I just have a quick look at this, it's not looking good at all. We are just dropping and dropping and dropping. Bates, like, why? Is it Thunderstruck has sort of just taken over and these items have been forgot about?
Yeah, it is basically that. Like, a lot of people, like last week, knew that this was a filler promotion, realised that these players could get potential upgrades, but it's so far away, the upgrades. So you're going to get promotions like Winter Wildcards, you're going to get the Thunderstruck players which come in, and a lot of the players, especially if you're buying them, you definitely don't want to have your coins held in them players. If you get them untradeable, fair enough. It's one of them Brucey bonuses where you realise you've got like a Teze, or if you're lucky enough, a Darwin Núñez as well. Yeah, I think it's just a lot of people going liquid and realising that special cards aren't a place to hold your coins, even with the chance of them getting upgraded down the line.
Absolutely. No Arsenal players, Kieran, unfortunately.
No, but I did manage to pack Fabian as an untradeable, so I'll be cheering that player on and hopefully see some upgrades there. The card, to be fair, on its own already looks quite good. It's got some pretty notable playstyles, so pretty nice one to have, but obviously I'm hoping for the upgrades too.
Well, there you have it. That's the week in Ultimate Team. In FC, there has been some real football being kicked around on the pitch, and last time we were on, Bates, and I feel like you're telling me about Liverpool that you're playing not well but still getting wins. You're not playing well and you've not got any wins. You've been to a few games recently. I mean,
yeah, not Liverpool ones.
What's been happening?
What's happening is it happened at the start of the season. Somehow we were getting results and we weren't playing well. And somehow we're top of the league, unbeaten. at the start, and then it all started getting exposed. I think a lot of teams realised low block works. Not saying every team does it, but Liverpool seem to struggle really hard against it, especially with trying to introduce the new players like Isak, Ekitike to a point, and then we've got the disconnect between the the right back and Mohamed Salah. So everything that can go wrong is going wrong.
You must be really happy, Kieran, with what's been happening at Liverpool.
I was enjoying all of that, like truly. I don't hide the fact that I'm a big Liverpool hater, especially in the past few years. But I just find it so wild because I think most of us in this call, and I think a lot of people listening at the start of the season, especially after the transfers Liverpool made, would have thought, wow, Liverpool, like worst case scenario, they're going to win at least one trophy. Right now, it's the wheels are off. It's falling apart. And I'm saying it with obviously a bit of a smile on my face because I'm happy for it, but it's also really confusing. Like, as soon as Liverpool were linked with Isak, I was terrified. I thought that was it. I thought that was Liverpool winning the Premier League, UCL, the lot. I honestly did. I didn't think Wirtz was ever going to be up to much. I think we see a lot of Bundesliga players come to the Premier League and they need time to bed in. So I wasn't expecting much from him. The price tag is just murdering him, I believe. But the Isak one is the one that like really gets me. Like, I know there's been injuries and stuff, and it's kind of a good thing that Ekitike obviously got off to a hot start, but it's just so bizarre to me that Isak is just, even when he's getting the minutes, I know he's not 100% fit, but he's just not looking a fifth of the player that obviously he was in previous years. So as I say, I am enjoying it. I do think there'll be a turning point, but hopefully it's not anytime soon.
What can he do though, Bateson? I mean, that's the thing. What can Slot do? Because he's even the game against PSV, he sort of went back to last season, same shape, same sort of personnel, like trying to replicate. How do you turn this around? Like, what do you? Because also you've picked up a few injuries as well. Like, you don't really have a strong bench to turn to.
No.
So the players that got you here, like, I was listening to Steven Gerrard last night, and they were saying, should you drop Salah? You can't drop Salah because he's still world class. You have to play him and just hope that it does turn around for him. You can't go and drop Van Dijk. Like, that achieves nothing. Like, what would you want to see?
I would like us to see us play with a smile on our face. Honestly, we've not seen it. Even yesterday, we conceded the first goal when Virgil van Dijk decided to be a basketball player for all of a split second. And then we had Dominic get the equalising goal, but no celebration. It was just a case of get the ball, get back. And then even when they were playing in, there's not been... The last smile I can remember was Virgil van Dijk and Courtois laughing at each other about Courtois looking like he's going to save everything. And I've not seen a smile on any player's face since. And that's when the wheels came off. Somehow we got some amazing results against some of the best teams in the world. Not saying Everton are a good team or Aston Villa are a good team, but it is what it is. Yeah, the players don't look like they love the game, and it's painful to watch now.
The home form's worrying, isn't it?
I think
that's the big one.
Yeah.
But I think away from home, you can lose a game here and there. I think Anfield, I mean, all throughout my life, Anfield has been a tough place to go. Don't want to go there. Don't want to get the crowd up for it. Palace went and put 3 past you. PSV, who are, I'll be honest, PSV are not that good of a side. And they've gone and put 4 past you.
I disagree, actually. PSV are actually a good form team at the moment. I was slightly, even if Liverpool were on strong form, I would have worried about PSV. They've always the Dutch teams are very sticky teams.
Okay, Forest went there and put 3 past you.
They're sticky teams as well. On form, they're actually really good at Forest. Yeah. But hey, just have a look, guys, at Liverpool's upcoming fixtures. See who they're playing against and see if any of our opponents have got Thunderstrucks, because that 10-goal limit might get hit a lot faster than you expect.
That's what I'm about to come to. West Ham on Sunday feels must win.
Feels like a relegation battle, Richard. I won't lie. I can't believe you're bringing my mood down by talking about this on my second appearance on the FUTBIN podcast. What are you meant to do? But it's a very important game. West Ham have turned round form. Liverpool have done nothing. But yeah, it's going to be a fun fixture, which I can't wait to watch. Yay.
Hypothetically, You go to West Ham, you draw 0-0, let's say. That's unlikely to happen, but say you don't win, but you don't lose. You draw. That's what happens if you don't win or you don't lose. Sunderland then come to your place and get a result. They go and beat you 1-0. How long does he get, Arnie Slot? He won the Premier League in his debut season. He's got arguably as much credit in the bank as possible. Pep Guardiola last season with Man City were horrific for like 2 months. I think they won, 1 in 8, was it? Or they went 8 without getting a victory. Nobody really said Pep should leave. There were a few people here and there, but it weren't this rhetoric. I see a lot of people saying, I'm not sure about Slot now. It feels quite reactionary, no?
It does. I think after everything that happened in the summer, ignoring the transfers, I'd give Slot till the end of the season regardless. Like, even now, it's too early. You can't be changing the manager. There's no one out there who can bring in. There was rumours that there's arguments between the senior players at Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso. I would take him at Liverpool in a heartbeat if that was to happen, purely because we've got 2 Leverkusen players who are worth quite a bit of money and he knows how to play with them. So that's the only reason of that one. But at the moment, there's no one out there. And it going into a congested fixture list, and we've got the AFCON coming up, so we're going to lose Mohamed Salah. You know, it's going to be interesting. But it's not just Liverpool. It's going to be an interesting couple of months for a few teams. But yeah, I'm slotting until at least the end of the season.
And we'll end on a positive note from Kieran. I know you don't join us all the time on the pod. You've said Arsenal fan, top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League. A quadruple coming?
I mean, we all like to dream. I do think it needs to be this year that we win something. And I hope the something is one of the Premier League or the Champions League at this point. It has to be, right? Last night, was it last night? Night before?
Yeah.
My days are getting mixed up. That win against Bayern, especially that second half, was incredible. I'm also now starting the Declan Rice for the Ballon d'Or. I'm getting that going on social. Be honest with me. I'll throw it to both of you now. Right now, is there a better midfielder in the world, better player in the world, on form right now than Declan Rice?
Yeah, he scored a hat-trick last night against Spurs, Vitinha.
Come on.
Yeah.
Really? Both of you?
Gravenberch. We had a Gravenberch.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
But Vitinha is, like, he's crazy good.
I think Vitinha... I think Rice is right up there, I'll be honest.
I can't believe what I'm hearing, genuinely.
There's a lot of really good players. Like, I know people say Caicedo. I think Caicedo is very, very good. I think Rice is more well-rounded, but I think everything Rice can do, Vitinha can also do. Rice has just got elite-level set-piece delivery that Vitinha probably doesn't have.
And Vitinha's got
freakish.
Technical. You know, that's important.
Technical plus,
you know.
I can't be doing this ultimate team bias. There has to... come on. He's so good right now. At least at this moment in time. But yeah, last night was pretty incredible. I do like to think, as I say, we're going to win something major this year. If we don't win the Premier League or the Champions League this year, it will be a disappointing season.
Is it Arteta out if he doesn't win the trophy?
No. That's
I think if they don't win the Premier League, I think conversations will be had.
It depends the manner. Like, if we crumble like we have in previous years, then there's a conversation. But what he has built and what he's continuing to build, I can't help but root for him. Because it's not just like what's happened like on the pitch, it's off the pitch as well, which I don't think like fans not of the team will appreciate. Like, it is completely different. Like, I remember growing up supporting Arsenal, going into school was horrible because we were getting embarrassed week in, week out. Those were like really bad banter eras, which hopefully, Liverpool are heading into now. Yeah. But so this is all nice. Like, I'm enjoying each week going into every game with confidence. So fingers crossed.
All I will say this season, Arteta trophies 0, FUTBIN 1. Let's see how it ends.
Can't disagree.
See how the season wraps up. Thank you very much, Kieran, for joining us. I know that I'm sure we'll see you again very soon. But it's always nice for you to jump in when Matt can't be with us.
Hopefully
Bateson,
he brings the trophy next week.
Hopefully he does bring the trophy next week. Bates, thank you for joining us. If people want to watch some Black Friday packs over the weekend, where can people see it?
On my YouTube, if you guys are not able to check out the streams, all highlights will go onto YouTube, which is Bateson87, and on Twitch, Bateson87 as well.
There you go. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for watching. Let us know if you do get any luck down below in those packs. Hopefully the Thunderstruck promo is good for you, and you will let us know about it next week when we join you for another episode of the FUTBIN Pod. Take care.